What up, Dokkaners? Trunks and Vegeta are in fact coming up next. It has been confirmed in-game as well as by iSeriously the day prior to the in-game announcement. We knew this was going to be happening. Well, not new, but you know, Dokkan's been crazy these days. But thankfully, we now know that the Trunks and Vegeta are coming up next. So how this works, just like last year, just like how they typically do this, the thank you part 2, as it drifts off into the sunset, the pre-Christmas celebration arrives. All the while, the Dragon Ball heroes will keep us occupied in the meantime. So for last year, we had the LR Trunks or the LR Gogeta, Tech Gogeta as the part 1. The part 2 was a random set. Actually, was it a random set or was it just one generic terrible banner? It was just one generic terrible LR banner that you were not meant to summon on. And then we went into the Christmas banner, pre-Christmas, which was the Tech KFC. So that is what we are looking at this year. So this year, we are concluding the thank you celebration coming off of a generic doo-doo banner for part 2. Dragon Ball Heroes is going to keep us boiled over in the meantime, and then we go into the pre-holiday celebration with Trunks and Vegeta. Now, there's a couple of things that I want to mention with this. The Trunks and Vegeta, let me make sure you guys understand. The banner is terrible, but the unit is amazing. Trunks and Vegeta is a fantastic unit, one of the best in the entire game. But if you look at the banner, a lot of familiar faces that should not be there. Aside from the LR Gogeta, all of these other units are not the greatest right now, especially these core 5. Goku Black, Blue Kaioken, Kefla, Goten Trunks, and the Gobros. These characters are in dire need of an EZA. And that's kind of how you should be framing them. The older they seem, the more overdue for an EZA they are. These characters deserve an EZA, but unfortunately, none of them have had one on JP. Therefore, none of them have been charted to get them anytime soon. So when you're summoning for this, you are understanding that you are taking a big risk potentially pulling one of these guys. Now, I have said that this unit is very good, and I am correct. This unit is very, very good. So taking the chance to summon for him could be worth it for some of you. But here's what I would like to suggest as an not an alternative, but a pro strat. And if this ends up working out, then it would have saved you a lot more. So consider the following. Let's just look back at how these previous banners have worked. Last year's December 2nd banner was KFC. This unit returned on global the following year during the Golden Week celebration. So there was about a 4 to 5 month gap between the initial debut and then their return. Specifically, the KFC dropped on the Cell banner. So there's your first piece of history there. And then if we look at the year prior, because this last year, year 6, is obviously the most recent, so we want to look at that, but we need to remember that this big reversal with the thank you celebration did happen on global before, and it happened during year 5. So with that in mind, if we go back to year 5's big reversal for thank you, we had the part 2, Dragon Ball Heroes, and then we had the pre-Christmas celebration. The pre-Christmas celebration ended up being the physical Goku Vegeta Blue for the Universe 7. When did they come back? They came back the following year in March. So I'm going to say either between Saiyan Day, which is March, or Golden Week, which is end of April into May, that is when we can expect the Trunks and Vegeta to come back. I can't say for sure if it's going to be Saiyan Day or if it's going to be Golden Week, but either way, that's your window of opportunity. So if you guys are considering not summoning, which you might in a second, this is how long you would have to wait for them to come back. So now that I've set that up, let me explain to you why there's potentially some merit in not summoning or not summoning all the way. During this Dokkan Festival, there could be some discounts or there could be some Pilaf's Trove to try to get your money, to try to get you to summon. So if you are someone who wants to at least do the discounts or the Pilaf's Troves, that's fine. I'm talking about those of you who want to do bulk summons. Here's what I'm suggesting. We still don't know how the rest of the year is going to be finishing out because we have a giant Gohan Beast level elephant in the room. I've been mentioning this a lot recently because I have a sneaking suspicion with there's no empirical data to suggest it. I just have a gut feeling there's a chance we could be seeing Gohan Beast for the new year, which is why I've had this date in here for a little while, New Year-ish. So if that is going to be happening, and if it somehow ends up being a miraculous simultaneous celebration with both Global and JP, then you are going to be summoning and burning up your stones about a month or 2 prior to the ultimate unit that you really want in Dokkan. Gohan Beast will be transcending everybody else, make no mistake, because this is the newest iteration of Dragon Ball that is canon. This is going to be the be-all end-all for the immediate future. This Gohan Beast is going to be everything, so you want to be ready for it. That, I think everybody can agree. But if it's going to be releasing during the new year, then my recommendation is when this celebration starts, depending on what level of a spender you are or how many stones you have, If you're going to do the discounts or the Pilaf's Trove, that's fine. But if you're going to go further than that, I would recommend waiting until we reach the end of the Dokkanfest window. And right before then, maybe we get some sort of an announcement. Maybe we get some sort of insider tweet from maybe like I Seriously or something that could tell us that Gohan Beast is coming up. Because if that happens and we find out that Gohan Beast is actually on the horizon, then maybe that changes your perspective on summoning for this banner as much as you were going to. I'm sure some of you are still going to summon to try to get the Trunks and Vegeta, but like I said, it comes with great risk. So if you can prolong your summons for as long as possible until either the end of the discount window or the end of the actual Dokkanfest banner lifespan, then maybe we might be able to find out whether or not Global could be getting Gohan Beast as well as JP. And if that is the case, then the Global Foresight thing will have been a massive success, because it will spare you the heartache of having to summon on this banner repeatedly, trying to get Trunks and Vegeta either once, twice, however many times, also while having to pick up all of these other characters in the meantime. So hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, I will probably tell you this again on a few other videos. But yeah, that is something that I think you guys need to internalize. But this is coming up next. So for those of you who did not summon too much on the Dragon Ball Heroes, just know that another Dokkanfest is on the horizon. And then we have all of this other stuff that has to happen as well. What is the next corresponding LR banner going to be for the Trunks and Vegeta? Is it going to be Golden Frieza? Are they going to shift things around and give us Fusion Zamasu, but keep Golden Frieza out of the rotation forever? Who knows? All we know is that this is coming up next. We're also getting my boy King Vegeta Super Strike Event Renewal is coming up. We are getting Infinite Dragon Ball History versus Sworn Enemies from the Future. You think that means Future Saga? Maybe. And I think we're also getting we are also getting Boss Rush, which means another 35 Dragon Stones. So a lot of stones are coming in. We got some hype coming in, but just because they're there doesn't mean you should summon right away. Maybe you should consider waiting a little bit just to see what's coming up after. That's going to be it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments, what is your take on this upcoming Trunks and Vegeta celebration? Are you going to be going ham on this banner because you skipped the last few banners? Maybe you skipped the Gammas. Maybe you skipped the Halloween banner. Maybe you skipped the one that we just had, the Dragon Ball Hero celebration. Maybe you want to summon for this one, regardless of whether Gohan Beast is coming up. If that is you, how many stones are you planning on spending? Does my idea seem savory to some of you, where you might want to just wait off a little bit, hold off on summoning until we maybe get some idea? Let me know what you guys think about all of that in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you should know when to see more of my stuff. Thanks again. Stay tuned, and remember to Dokkan responsibly.